There are no features, okay? Nobody cares. We're gonna run potentially a special event. Hopefully it doesn't repeat itself, which means that the teams are like legit. Right now, they're literally sitting at 3.3. Both of them. Pretty close, 20%, 20 point difference at all. So, this is looking quite intense, I would say. Just need to figure out those teams a little better, and they get out of this stupid 3k range, unless they get completely annihilated and turned off. I just played Hearthstone. I see nothing wrong with it. I can almost play it right now, just because Demon Hunter actually is good. Okay? It's like specifically equipped to do tempo things, and it's doing that perfectly with certain cards. Skull is actually like super important card if you want to do tempo. And I understand like just generating value in Hearthstone, as best as you can do that, it's gonna be your win condition unless your opponent cheats something out, and it's annoying. It's honestly annoying. Like there's, besides this being an upside, there is Turtle Mage. What's that? I don't care. It's just 7 mana druid. You know what they're trying to do at 7 mana. Everything. And it doesn't end there. Bomb Warrior. It's more like one card warrior. Just one card that matters in the entire fucking deck. You're trying to pull that card out. You get synergies of every kind. You buff the same card. Simply because you have no interactions with weapons besides putting taunts in the way. You have no interactions. You think you can steal a weapon or destroy it with special tech that nobody's supposed to play because we want to make fun decks for ourselves? So what is this? This is another form of Pirate Warrior again. But this time it's control. It finally found its final form of insanity. And then there's always Annoying Hunter that stands in the way. Whenever you build a bad deck, an Annoying Hunter shows up and screws you over on the other side. If you're not fast enough, basically, you're gonna be screwed over by these decks. Druid not necessarily that annoying if you're not fast enough, but Druid is too fast by itself and can do broken things in a way it just feels unfair, just like it used to be. But now we have another card that makes it unfair for Druid, that makes an entire deck. I hate the most important part. All these decks mentioned rely on 2 or 1 card, which is mind-blowing. Okay, hunters rely on that stupid beast that gives them secrets, pulls out secrets out of their deck, and that's kind of pretty much it. I'm not seeing enough actually happening. You would want to run the 5/4 Dormant, so you could rely on that, or they rely on Dragonbane for some reason, and it is an annoying card by any means. Dragon's Bane, pretty annoying. So here you go. You have that. Also, my eyesight is going fucking nuts right now. I don't know if it's the... fuck off, man. I don't know if it's the brightness right now. Still? Okay. No, I'm just... That's all I do. I just sit here and do nothing. But sit here. And do stuff. I can't say I'm doing nothing. That would be the most annoying self-destructive thing ever. If I played any of these decks, I would be doing nothing, maybe even something negative. Pissing people off, basically. So, yeah, now the Demon Hunter does not rely on one card. It's actually fun. Just like all the other fucking classes would be very fun if those cards would be knocked out of their radar. Of like, you must add this card. Oh wait, I can make a deck around this card. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Again, I think this Animal Companion... But no. It's fucking weird. How could I forget about it? Like the name of this stupid Druid card. I should have it here. And I still don't think I have it. Or like, I should still have it here. Poopy Animals. Here you go. It's still a banned card. I still immediately recognize that. It's ridiculous. Anyways. So we're gonna start a special event. I actually need more energy or some kind. Fuck. I feel drained from Hearthstone, maybe. Not very good. I put some locks, I prepared this lock, so if anything I'll have something to do. But now I know what I should aim for. Now again, Hearthstone is not specifically just playing it, but it's always like adjusting yourself and the way that you understand the game in order to be able to play it and enjoy it. It's kind of difficult. I actually accumulated quite a lot of gold. I don't know. Maybe I'll just buy some adventure content. I don't think I unlocked every card from this Reno adventure. I could do that if I wanted. Because every card matters. No, I guess it doesn't. Only a few cards matter. That's kind of like shoot yourself in the face, Blizzard. Make few cards matter. You know, make decks less interesting to play because you just have to have that cheap deck in a way. Back last expansion when it was Highlander Hunter and Highlander Mage dominating. Yeah, I can understand. Decks were quite expensive. And I still understand that legendaries ruin Hearthstone in a way. But also makes it... Now it's still ruined. There's one thing I know for sure. Legendaries are too expensive. Crafting a legendary is not in my plan list. I can craft some epic cards, but legendaries are way out of my league to ever craft. Ever. So I just hope that the epics are also interesting enough to consider, at least when they're being printed. Yeah. I actually feel like super sleepy, super fucking tired. Just going outside is tiring. Just playing Hearthstone is very tiring. I think it's worth sleeping on it. Not burning my fucking eyes out too. I don't know. It's a really bad timing for me to start a video immediately and start climbing. And we have a theme to climb. It's not necessarily easier now. But I do need like a special identity for PewDiePie to wield. Fucking cooking channels, dude. Let's go. I mean, we opened the theme of cooking channels. Ratpat Food Theory Cooking Channel. Oh wait, you know. Oh wait, wrong channel. I don't think I'll figure out unless I literally just dive into the world of PewDiePie and just figure it out. I don't know. It could be anything. He could be doing literally anything right in front of my nose. Or nothing. What about nothing? I would never play PewDiePie's app or games or whatever. Don't advertise that to me. So I'll skip. Never played Tuber Simulator. I will never play Tuber Simulator. I actually tried it, but I will never play it, okay? Trying is not playing. Wait, did he said... Yeah, you never played Tuber. It's not like you never tried Tuber Simulator. You never played Tuber Simulator. I actually did play Wow. It's Tuber Simulator. Right here. Simulator. Good enough. Tuber Simulator. So yeah. Yeah, you can see how it sucks you in. Hearthstone just has an entire world to offer. A world of strategy. And it falls flat immediately when you enter. But you can still do something special sometimes. Sometimes something special happens. And again, Demon Hunter is the class that fucking nailed it to some degree. Not too much, but I almost think there's a very specific thing that happened. 1 mana hero power is a must. And they took a risk that aggravates me. It's like you took a risk, but you didn't like consider other classes. Maybe they want 1 mana hero powers too. Come on, man. Maybe Mage will finally have a stupid hero power. Like spell damage. Fuck that shit, dude. Your hero power sucks. Flame Strike on 8 mana? Yeah, right. Why would you do that? It's already good enough as it is. Yeah, so I would love spell damage. I would love Mage to just get knocked out with 1 mana hero power. So might as well fucking start theory crafting. We have 9 classes. We need to make Hearthstone great again. And I should like get rid of the insecurity. If you felt insecurity that I don't want to talk about Hearthstone too much, well, we have to throw that away. Because it's a special event. We have to uplift Hearthstone, something that spiked up my drink while I was making videos. And like, oh, I have to talk about Hearthstone sometimes. Sometimes too much, sometimes rant, sometimes jump into Reddit and make a post of how stupid it is. Sometimes pretend that I'm quitting Hearthstone for like 3 times or 5 times. How many times I've tried to quit it, but I know what I'm trying to quit is the stupid broken cards, not the entirety of Hearthstone of what it has to offer. So like, you must understand, the world of Hearthstone is super big. So let's do this special mapping episode. We're gonna grab Mage. Increases +1 spell damage. Rogue makes perfect sense. We just 1/1 dagger. And the hero power would probably increase durability of a dagger, but that would be too much. Too much, man. Just 1/1 dagger. You can keep the dagger if you don't like to attack right now. Big fucking deal. Would it be exactly the same as Demon Hunter? No. Because rogues can't use weapons with this thing. It's literally just a weird fucking dagger thing. How about a druid? Okay. Druid really conflicts with Demon Hunter. What would happen if I do 1 mana druid hero power? Oh, that sucks. Druids don't actually have weapons, if you notice. So adding 1 attack does not help as much as you would expect. I think... What if we just do a mini Savage Roar effect? Fuck it. There's a card, the Demon Companion, that summons a demon that makes a mini Savage Roar already. Mini Savage Roar where Druid doesn't get to attack. So it's literally a token effect. It's a cute little token effect. Now, it doesn't stand on its own. As you can tell, the spell damage doesn't stand on its own anymore, like it used to do. But Demon Hunter hero power stands on its own. But fuck it. When you play spell that plus 1 spell that's still pretty good. You can play multiple spells at once. It actually does extra damage. Not just 1 extra damage. So he's a hero power like this. Yeah, it relies on other things to happen. But Mage does like plus 1 spell damage now, all of a sudden. You don't need to craft specific cards to summon shitty minions that have spell damage. Or you don't have to craft too many minions that have spell damage in general. Just change the goddamn hero power if you want to make it more interesting. And not fucking stupid. And it's 1 mana hero power because it's a must. It's a must. That's what I would do. If I had Hearthstone in my fucking hands, I would do it. Let's pick up Shaman. So it's still a little bit insecure to do it like this, but I think it's totally fine. I think Druid can do tokens if they wanted to. And it's a very quickly scaling, almost like a mage hero power, but it scales even further than that. All you have to do is control the board, but it's not easy to do that. Spread and control the board, so no. Mini Savage Roar is gonna be successfully extra 2 damage, or 1 to 2 damage every turn. So it's not even that much. It's not even that great. And it's not split damage. It's damage on top of your minions. So Mini Savage would work. Congratulations, Druid. We got him. Okay. What would we do with Priest, Warrior, and anything else heals? How about Warlock? So all of a sudden Warlock is the most weirdest one, because you don't just want to give it the same hero power, which would probably happen. Just tap for 1. But you're probably like, yeah, now it's cheaper, but it's even more expensive, like 3 health. Minus 3 HP for a card. Tap, boys. It's a simple solution, just make it more expensive in the other direction. And drawing cards is not supposed to be that expensive anyways. So knocking it to 1 mana, not gonna do a terrible disaster. As long as Warlock is losing health, and health is not that easy to recover, I'm okay with that. Okay. After all, you don't want to spend so much mana just doing nothing, in a way. It's so annoying. Warrior is very, very tricky. Because their hero power, even though it's shit, you don't want to let them do it on 1 mana. Just like you don't want hunters to have 1 mana to deal 2 damage to your opponent's hero. You don't want that to happen. I think Priest can do splash 1 HP heal on the entire board, even your opponent, just everywhere, just the splashes. Because Priest kind of lost very core card for itself that would draw cards based on Splash Heal. Splash Heal doesn't do anything anymore, basically. So you could just have a very crazy hero power here. It doesn't even target anything. So you can have untargetable minions on the priest side if you ever wanted to. Do that. So what warrior is supposed to do? That's kind of interesting. You could have like an enrage effect. Or like a whirlwind. Whirlwind would be too powerful, actually. Enrage means that 1 damage to minions specifically, plus 2 attack. Okay. Perfect. I thought about it. It's way nicer than armor. Armor shouldn't just be a hero power. Just a shield. Just constantly grabbing shields for warrior. Are you fucking kidding me? No, you order your troops to fucking attack more ruthlessly than a druid would. And warrior's effect would stick around for longer. So, and it can actually target your opponent's minions, potentially. I probably would scratch that, because that would be a bit too much. So, let's just say it's a friendly enrage. Alright, finally, or Hearthstone sucks. So we have Paladin, Shaman, and then Knife Juggler. What is that class? Last class, I need last class, boys. Mage, Rogue, Druid, Priest, Warrior, Warlock. Please. Someone had to play... Oh, Hunter. Hunter, okay. I see random 1 damage. Okay, randomly on the board 1 damage. Not even your own opponent's face. Or actually... Yeah, it's almost like a mage hero power. But it cannot target face, it can only target your opponent's minions. So technically Hunter is gonna be the new mage. And we'll shut the fuck up with stupid hero power. Hunter's hero power is the stupidest in the game. The stupidest. It allows you to build decks around it, it allows you to be aggressive. It allows you to just spam the hero power and do nothing. And hope your opponent loses. Just auto lose your hero. Just fuck off, Hunter. What would Shaman get? How about 0-2 totem? It literally does nothing. Empty totem. Okay, just leave HS. I don't want it to suck too bad. It doesn't suck anymore. We hacked into the stone. Hacked stone. Now, how would Shaman actually use an empty totem? I don't know. I literally don't care. Blizzard has to fucking rethink how totems work, because Shaman's hero power is the most annoying one to fucking use in the first place. You can't build strategy on randomness, okay? You just can't. You know there's a little bit of strategy there, and you scratch your head around it. But the main strategy is like, am I gonna get spell damage, taunt, or heal? You can scrap the 1/1 from the hero power if you want. If I find something better, like give Wind Fury to a creature, that would be crazy good. That's too good. Or like give taunt to a creature. Now that's cool. So when we're thinking about like empty totem, could this be cool in some way? Is Totem Shaman really that interesting to play, where you can afford playing empty totems and completely destroying the class, because the class was trying to have all these cool totems spawn out? You can see how Blizzard just ruined Shaman just because they focused on the hero power so much, or just totem so much. They literally ruined the entire idea. Unless Empty Totem is a special little minion. Somehow it's very interesting to play with it. What could Empty Totem be? How about a mana pool totem? Like it overloads you. It's like an overload effect, but no. You save 1 mana for later. You can use the totem as an extra little mana thing. This has never happened. So all of a sudden Shaman is cool again. Okay? Shaman is fucking cool again. You can save 1 mana for later. Fuck hero powers, okay? I want that 1 mana. So what the Paladin is gonna do? Are we just gonna let him keep the 1/1 hero power? No. Please. Never. Never ever. But we can definitely give him summon a 0/1. Dude. Okay, you can equip it with some kind of stupid weapons or whatever. And just summon those dudes. A bunch of them. And it would still be quite interesting what would happen. Now, obviously, it doesn't end there. What would happen if you have to upgrade your hero power? What will happen to those hero powers? But I'm not concerned. I'm very concerned that current hero powers are just annoying and everything has to be redesigned. And essentially, as much as Hearthstone loves itself, there's certain things that they wouldn't go back to anymore. For no good reason, okay? I would make decisions that, guys, we have to go back. I don't care, we have to redesign things. Because, that's what the hero power is supposed to represent. It's supposed to represent something you can do when you have no mana. Or just, no, not enough mana, or just extra mana. Just some extra mana laying around. What the fuck do you do? Yeah, I definitely hated on Mage the most in this one. And it got completely annihilated, in a way. But most cards for Mage would actually require spell damage. And maybe the spell damage can linger and stack itself. How about that? Just stack +1 spell damage until you cast the next spell. For your next spell. Okay? That's it. That's all it has to do to not be a hateable hero power. You're just priming slowly more and more damage. But it only can be used like once or with arcane missiles to just pop shit up. And it would be so much more interesting than just some stupid pink hero power. Holy shit. So, stack +1 spell damage. I'm gonna, you know, sweeten up Mage's hero power just a bit more, and we have perfection, basically. Perfection is reached. And guess what happened, basically? Demon Hunter and Hunter are the only ones who can make 1 damage. Who can deal 1 damage to a minion anymore. Everyone else have to try a little bit harder than that. And Paladin will finally be this super buff class that it's supposed to have been, not some Libram bullshit class. Well, it's gonna be Libram bullshit class in a way. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Except Librams are not supposed to cost 0 mana. That's the first problem I have. 0 mana is annoying for spells like that. Because you're already getting a lot of value. But whatever. It's not like it's the most dominant deck ever, right? Because it's only just 2 cards that are problematic. And the rest of the package. But yeah, I would want to see that stuff occur like this. Exactly. The dude's not doing anything, but it's still a nuisance on the board. You still don't know how to deal with them. Whether you should be scared that they're gonna get kings and they can actually charge at you. There's a much more strategic type of deal where they summon a dude and you're like, oh, I probably should kill it because it has 1 attack. Oh, wow. But the Paladin does not play buff cards anymore. And some buff cards that have been introduced, even the latest buff card like give Divine Shield and +3 attack, if it's damaged. What the fuck? What the fuck does it mean if it's damaged? If a creature is damaged? Yeah. It's useless. These things can get damaged. Whatever Paladin plays. Or you can't just damage your own minions that easily. So, making sure that the conditions are just right and you like playing buffs. And after all, it's just 1 mana hero power, so your buffs suddenly will always land somewhere, okay? Will always turn into a minion without much of a pay needed. So it's always gonna be amazing to create this buff Paladin thing that always needed to happen. So there's a lot of things that just got touched by looking deeper into this. Now I'll just take a fucking break and get out. Now, theorizing what would be nice for Hearthstone to happen is annoying because maybe it's not annoying. Maybe I just have to relax, okay? Maybe I will live a long, prosperous life and I can just theorize of what would be cool. And I think I just maximize the coolness. Yes, Rogue also is one of those 1 damage hero powers. I think a return to hand effect would be interesting. So I would be split between the 1/1 dagger or return to hand. Because that's what the rogues love the most, and I would fucking just give it to them. And just, okay, you casted your battle cry, your turn, you have incredible amount of value. You can just heal return. It would be a little bit too much of a value, almost like more than even a Warlock can generate for his hand. But in a way, like, rogues remain vulnerable if they don't clear the board. So it would still be very interesting hero power. It almost like would encourage you to run very small battlecry minions, which have never been seen before or something. That to be useful or whatever. Like even the rush broomstick would be running solely in a rogue. So all of a sudden you can craft your own effects. 1/1 dagger is a little bit still okay, but it's boring compared to every other thing now. Right now, it's definitely the most boring hero power. All of a sudden, so fuck it, you know. Let's do it. Return, or just recall. Okay, 1 mana recall something. You can recall a lackey, for example. Bam, that's beautiful. Lackeys are very powerful too. So all of a sudden you can create a 2 damage hero power, in a way. And that would be annoying. All of a sudden rogues have access to a better hero power very quickly. Or just incredible amounts of strategy. But they definitely have to sacrifice the 1/1 thing that's on the board. By recalling it, you can't use it. But it's still 2 damage if you get a lackey like that. Or 2 other taunt lackey would be insane. Fuck, now I regret everything. Rogue's gonna have the best hero power ever. Fuck it, dude. If that's all it takes to have one like that, recall. I'll take it. I mean, all that has to happen is lackeys are supposed to get tiny bit more expensive in the way that you can get lackeys. And then recall again is a good deal. Yeah, you just have to figure out the lackey thing, because they're the best and smallest battlecry minions that literally generate you infinite value. Maybe they were too good and not this hero power is too good. Okay, because they're the only ones that get away with stupid effects all of a sudden. As a 2 mana hero power. Fuck you, rogue. Fuck you. I don't like you anymore. Obviously, if you put too much pressure on a rogue, their hero power kind of breaks. They have to overinvest on the board. So maybe it doesn't actually do crazy things in the end. Who knows? You must also understand that this recall hero power is not 1 mana usable immediately. So we have to like mark some hero powers that cannot immediately be used. But again, 1 damage means nothing. Just because you can use Demon Hunter's hero power immediately, it means nothing, honestly. And rogues never really needed a fucking goddamn dagger. What is wrong? Daggers are crazy expensive as a hero. It's good in Arena, or it was good in Arena for a long time, until now. Now just attacking into minions is kind of lame. You can still use it as a hunter hero power. But fuck it, recall, man. It's way better. It still doesn't activate any combos. It could be like an auto combo activator instead of this broken recall. But if you can recall, you will always have combo activators at the same time. It actually allows you to do crazier things in the late game, even though it's not active immediately. So 2 heroes not active immediately. Splash definitely not active immediately. And Rage not active. And then, here you go. 4 not active. Hunter and Demon Hunter kind of useless. And some of them can prepare beforehand. So here you go. 4 of them. 4 of them useless, 4 of them very useful. And 2 of them are just meh. And then it swaps, I think, the usefulness level. I'm not sure about Priest, but Priest will always be crazy with its splash effect. And it doesn't exactly want to destroy your opponent, so it's a little bit tricky, right? Like, you're healing your opponent too with this. But that's... you're just gonna be able to keep your board this way. Whatever that board is, it's so good to have a splash effect. Just like Shaman used to have a splash effect, but it was the only totem that actually mattered for the most part. And so all of a sudden you just turn it into a hero power. It's just cool, man. And the splash happens everywhere. So yeah, here we go. Fixed Hearthstone for you assholes. Yeah, so potentially, okay, we have good news. And HS finally nerfs 2 decks out of 4. Okay. So we scratched the surface, basically. Congratulations. No more Turtle Mage. No more 7 mana Druid. But that's how deep they can get. They can scratch the surface of problems that are way too obvious. The moment I said them, oops, disappeared. Fucking weirdos. Anyways, it's actually a bigger fight than I thought. I always looked at Hearthstone as a Riparian game, okay? And these were the first rivaling fire and wind elements as like idols, in a way, guy idols, leaders of teams, because normally that's what guys do. They lead teams. They make good content to some degree. And that is a big one, because one of them is going to lose in the end. Or both of them are going to lose. I mean, high chance both will lose somehow. How could possibly Hearthstone lose and disappear in its entirety? What can possibly happen? Well, I don't care about streamers. I definitely don't care about Riparian anymore. And the only thing that has to happen is like the game has to be replaced with something. Maybe I find something way cooler. Maybe Honeypop shows up. Any puzzle game shows up and it can knock Hearthstone out. But people are not as good at making puzzle games as I would hope. Puzzle Quest is a long lost game. Like, it's, what, 2000 something? I don't even know, man. Oh shit. Well, I screwed up something really bad. What do we have? Okay. So if playing Hearthstone... Wait. Okay, never mind. Almost there, buddy. There you go. It might be different now. Accidentally. How did Firefox disappear? What happened to Firefox? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? Ah, yes. I have to open file location first. Because that's how it works. What the fuck happened, dude? Just my computer threw another blue screen of death while I was playing Hearthstone. And essentially, it happens again. I actually want to click this button just real quick. And this button, and it's rising, so I should probably just start knocking some wood out of the way. Some chores. The moment my dad leaves, like, I have to do it. But, right now we have to deal with a lot of rage and uncontrollable feelings. It's like, the closer you get to the fire, the fucking... the more it hurts. Okay. Or the longer fire burns. So I can't really, you know, approach him for the insanity that he is. Walking around fucking without a place. You have no idea. Alright? Capitalists have no idea what they are missing when they outcompete in stupid ways, basically. It's like, well, it's your money, you don't have to give it to me, you don't have to contribute, you don't have to be a nice person, stop smoking and start talking to me, you know, and earn your fucking respect. Yes, you have it because you're an old person. Yeah, you have respect that I disrespect slowly. You know, you spend that respect towards a child. You spend all your tricks, all your fucking stupid bullying bullshit is gonna be over at some point. And so you outcompete the child. Only outcompete children for so long. And then you get struck back. Yeah, whatever. I don't understand why I put special needs in this as the first thing. What special needs? I need special needs to fucking understand the special needs thing. I'm fine because I don't actually have to cover the locks. It's just the circling around again motion of what is about to happen. Because there's some big issues that I have that I'm constantly mentioning, and like, okay, now I see that Hearthstone should have never been put in a light of Minecraft. Maybe PewDiePie has played Minecraft too much and is a very nice substitute all of a sudden. Very likely both contestants... How the fuck do you say contestants? Okay. Both contestants are going to lose. Not win, lose. Or will ridiculously be manufactured into something new. Yeah, I do feel my dad like needs a fucking checkout. He needs to come at checkout and see what the fuck is going on right now. I think I already did that yesterday, so it was like 5 days. Now it's the 6th day, right? So it's 130. And it's still within his limit, technically. Well, I didn't start it checking him out yet. Okay? He is... Okay, Okay, my dad is in. Debt. Didn't start checkout. I can also like add like, let's say 10, 15, because he checked on my mom and whatever. Like, but the weird thing he did is push one button, which is like, oh, I bought this, so I'm not in debt anymore. I was in debt. Yes. He didn't pay fully when he borrowed 1,500. He probably paid like 700 or 800. And that's what he said, like, oh, so I'm out of debt. If he wants to be out of debt, he should run fast, cause like I'm not tolerating that fucking guilt trip. Cool, yeah, sure, whatever. As long as you're valuable to me, I'm gonna give you the allowance to stay here. Okay, that's the whole point. But otherwise, I see you as harmful, so I can't allow you to just crank up your values and take up your control. If you're bullshitting me, basically, I can't do that. And pushing buttons, as you can tell, it's expensive. I just don't know how expensive that is, because I've never investigated that. That's very curious for me. What is that? What if you're pressing button? Well, you're trying to insert your way of thinking, basically. Intimidation. Like, if I don't agree with something, maybe you don't want to have a fight. Maybe the fight is actually expensive. Maybe drama is expensive in this case. So that's that. That's just a quick little checkout at his account and how frustrated I am currently. Again, the rant's supposed to be helpful, which they are. And because I'm running a special event, that means I don't actually have much to talk about. And that's fine too. Yeah. It does feel uncomfortable a little bit. Like, yeah, I could wait it out. But every single time the fire just spreads. It's uncontrollable. Any way you fucking look at it. Because there's a spreader of fire, the source of fire, that just can't go out. Which is even bigger problem than fire itself. Okay. It's something that I can't attack directly. So I do just survive. But it should be incrementally worse and worse. It depends, right? I just look at the buttons as like what becomes worse. The fact that this thing even exists is a button pressed for the checkout. Thank you. Yeah, if he actually... No problem. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna ask. Alright, so... Yeah, it's... Just this alone, right? Like, how distracting this is. How expensive these videos might actually be to make. Like, it's a button pressed immediately. Like, I don't like it. Because I can't just use full self-esteem. And at the same time, if no stress-related problems are introduced, I actually like it even less. Yes, I hate stress, but I have exactly the problem that I want to deal with. But if it's nuisance, it's almost even more annoying. But whatever. So, it's so tough to just walk away from this gravity pool of insanity that also is very hostile to me, by the way. Every viewpoint he might have is very hostile, so I can't just like, wow. He's a very helpful person. At any point, anything can happen, and he, creates a plan how to crank this shit up and insult my fucking intelligence. See, there's another problem, right? If I know a person and I allow them to just be equal with me, you're technically a stranger and you should stay away, right? Because at any point you can tilt the fucking table against me. And so as you approach this limit, you get yourself in a very uncomfortable situation. Strangers can make equal trades, but if you know me and I am weaker, don't just make an equal trade. Give me a little seal of approval that I'm fucking a normal human being, okay? That I'm unfortunate, and most importantly, we're talking about money here. Right? Something that I don't generate whatsoever, actually. Whatsoever. And I don't care to generate it. And I feel very displeased, so it's almost like money, this is like minimized lens. Unless you try and take away money from me, then it's maximized. So even though it's like, okay, you have like 300, but well, it's still maximized too. I mean, what am I talking about, right? This is a huge scale. So just being able to be positive with someone, I'll take that. But I can't afford to be negative in any capacity. So just saying. Okay, that's what I meant. I will always take a good trade. I will never take a bad trade. When the extreme is on the line. If I don't care about money, yeah, I don't care. I'll take experience instead, but then it's still gonna be more valuable. Because we're talking about value here, not money. It's just... It's weird. It's weird. You can literally just have one number represent everything. And all of a sudden I miss my shot, actually. Because on the other side, these are my concerns. Not necessarily money spent, but money wasted. Something he should have spent somewhere else and just not bother me at all. I feel like I still generate value by any means. At least to myself. At least to my self-esteem. And I still haven't checked out what does that mean. Anyways, we actually have a pretty interesting deal here. Art belongs to Hearthstone. Memes belongs to PewDiePie. Facts and politics actually don't belong to neither. Quite interesting. But politics more closer to PewDiePie. Facts more closer to Hearthstone. But that's kind of interesting. They occupy a very strange position in the internet. Okay. Memes for Team Pewds and art for Team Heart, which is incredibly ironic. If only PewDiePie get a different name all of a sudden. We might have to restructure everything, and just by putting it down I see art and heart, like, wow, okay. Is that what it is? Art of War, boys. I know facts are a nice supplement again. And you can say politics, but what does that mean, right? Politics is almost like an old school thing that does not actually run on the internet. Maybe you can call it out as drama. Because whenever someone gets banned, that's almost like a political movement to try and understand what's going on. But mostly facts channels are concerned about that. What does stand as politics actually in the background, I think it's YouTube Rewind that PewDiePie kind of taken care of in a way. It filled up with memes all of a sudden instead of politics, but you can see what kind of happens in the background. Maybe they need these things. Hearthstone is trying to be purely artistic, and the facts trying to change a few wordings of few cards, and hopefully that happens, right? It's a few decks just disappear from the radar. It was purely 7 mana druid, disappeared. Turtle, gone. Fine. Perfect fucking hit. The moment an entire name is based on a deck, like, yeah, you probably want to fucking murder that card. For fuck's sake. At least, that's still a seal of approval. I still like that. I can't wait for Cocomelon versus PewDiePie event and his diss track. But he should be making diss tracks almost like on demand in a way. If that's what he ended up seeing. Like, it's kind of interesting, right? Diss tracks are so cool. PewDiePie should be making more. Naturally, but they're also difficult to make too, so fine. Yeah, it's not a word. Diss track. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, this word, Elder Disrespect, I covered that a little bit. Dying Light is quite an interesting concept. As long as you're dying, you are allowed to do and think in a different way. As if, like, the world revolves around you. You can have a very nasty ego in a way. But it's because it's dying, dude. Just like... But why are you ignoring it? You know? So this is how I feel. This is what allows me make rants and be pretentious. Like, oh, I caused coronavirus. Hey guys, what if I caused it all? You know? What are you gonna do about it? Fucking idiots. And I can do it again. I'm gonna be as pretentious as I can. Like, fuck it, you know? It's a stupid little thing. It's the stupid little conspiracy theory that now floats around in reality because it asks you to do things. An entire world to do things, but it doesn't present any facts that would, you know, line up with the strategy, right? It doesn't present the strategy, it just asks you to do things. Means that yes, so Corona crisis asks you to do things based on your emotions, like what? Because they expect you to just have emotions and not be smart enough to, like, accept some kind of strategy. Okay, they can't convey a strategy. They can just slap a bunch. They can spread a disease of their own, basically, to try and counter a disease that may or may not exist. Okay, but if enough people talk about it, like, okay, yeah, I guess it does exist. If enough people fear, I guess it does exist. If enough people don't stand a chance against authority, then yes, sure, anything exists at this point. Whatever your authority says exists. So let's just not forget about that. Wow. Okay. Just it's the same thing, actually. The same principle applies to PewDiePie being run down by the channels that are disliked and not particularly watched, but somehow they went to the top because they found the specific subscription pools that they can leech off, specific reputation that they can pretty much weaponize against people. It is not supposed to be possible for children to be subscribed to CoComelon in the first place. So that alone should be like an ultimate red flag. Just ultimate red flag. I can't even, dude. How is this possible? How are children... Well, parents, pick up a video, subscribe to CoComelon, and just throw it at children. It's like, here you go, watch this, asshole. Obviously, children are not always capable of turning on YouTube and subscribing and all that shit. But holy shit! Holy shit, is this too fucking popular as a solution all of a sudden. I don't know, man. It's an interesting battle. But, because I have a dying light problem, I have to treat CoComelon as something else entirely. Something that oh, it's just coronavirus. Oh. How about that? Fix your shit. I made this, by the way. CoronaMelon, that's my thing. It's a new thing. For some reason, T-Series wasn't good enough on its own, so we created another nemesis for PewDiePie. And he will lose. I'm sorry about that. Maybe we'll create a third one. But maybe it's just gonna be Mr. Beast or something. Anyways, it is so slow for me right now, even though I took a nap. I took just, you can see, that's my brain misplaying. No, but the brain misplay means something different. But let's treat it as like, you have to train your brain most of the time, so it doesn't misplay. Real life. It doesn't do stupid things. You have to do a lot of training for this shit. Train brain, motherfucker. How about exactly what I just said? Train brain. Please. Don't let it misplay. Misplay, motherfucker. Edged reality is also an interesting concept. It's almost like with combination of Daylight and edged reality concept, where edged reality is like you're on the edge of reality. You care about everything that happens, but you're never gonna do anything crazy. You're just like on the edge, seeing other people be crazy, and you're gonna observe everything. And in a way, you feel crazy, but only because nobody can possibly care. The moment they reach the edge, they reached it because they wanted to jump out, not because they wanted to say hi to anyone. Okay, they're too embarrassed. Everyone is too embarrassed to do anything on the edge. So anyone can knock me out as well, but I think I can do Indiana Jones survival mode and just hang on to them as best as I can. I don't know why I said Indiana Jones, but he's an interesting survivor, an adventurer, and very edgy, I would say. So, as long as I stick with my principles, nothing bad should happen. Now why did I got edged? Okay, why was an inching towards an inch this whole fucking time? And getting closer and closer, and like maybe keep getting closer, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have so much context already to just bring up Resurrect. I'm almost like tired from everything. My head hurts. You know, there's so many rant videos you can make, but if the problems kind of consist, that's what makes them so distracting and like destructive to your content. Send machine is a very interesting concept too. Oh wait, it's not. It's just people have too many cents laying around, and we again lose value. We lose value using this stupid system. So I would at least create some kind of gambling machine where you have extra cents and just drop them in, and maybe you're the lucky guy who's gonna get the dollar back. I get 1 cent for every dollar won, generated basically. But so and this would be like in every shop ever, or like very much available to a lot of people. Send machines. Win $1 if you put coins in. Okay, you get a bigger coin out. Or in US you would actually get a paper dollar. That's crazy, right? We have coins here in EU. Coins, all 1 and 2 dollar worth of coins. Okay, or equivalent, let's say. You put coins in, you win $1, depending on how much you put in. I would say like the limit at which I can leech people's money, like $10 max. But the idea is like whatever I just said. Like I should do it in order. Basically, you put money in. If the machine already has $1, it will spit $1 out. Okay, if it has consumed $1, it will spit the goddamn $1. And in the end, you put everything to the bank. And again, yeah, maybe you would have to take like 5 cents. It again depends how much profit you really want to make, how greedy you are, obviously. But you let people win just small amounts, and very much fairly. More fair than ever before. You don't need the crazy expenses of making scratch-off tickets. They're kind of supposed to be expensive to just make, which is not 1 cent per scratch ticket or something. They should be like 10 cents per scratch, and that's crazy because like the machine, once you build it, is actually way cheaper than most stuff that people choose for gambling. You know, in my second world country, basically, gambling is still in the tickets and cards and shitty things. Basically, you can add more than just $1 spit out at the same time. Not only being a very peculiar gambling machine that deals with shitty coins that we don't want in our pockets and in our homes. So, and you still get, you know, free enjoyment to play a lottery while you deposit this coins all at once. Again, you should do it all at once. Some people probably will not try and do that. But the machine is actually going to get more and more upset if you use it more than once, or like with smaller coins. You actually want to do it bigger dispose. And essentially, people who will dispose of large amounts, they actually just gonna take their money out. You know, just it could be a very very peculiar machine in the end. I would say that everyone needs. If people can make simple vending machines like this is a must. What the fuck are you talking about? This is a must. And again, on top of that, you can actually do even crazier things now with better level programming. You can literally statch in a tablet and it's good enough to operate an entire system. And even more than that, there's so much you can do with that. You can create gambling levels where people do have to make smart decisions or have to learn smart things, so you almost like enforcing some kind of learning ability into people. Okay? And see how they do it, basically. You enforce a game. It's just so fucking weird. And if they do well, they get rewarded again. And this would also replace most of the scammy ads and all that other shit. Basically, it's so needed. I will give it a fucking star, guys. It's my idea. Fucking take ownership of this, or pride of this, rather than ownership. Anyone can do it. Please do it faster than me, because I'm slow as fuck when it comes to this thing. Put more than less, okay? Just don't abuse the machine, because the machine is smarter than you think. I'm just saying. Alright, so what am I gonna do about this entire thing? I have to like break it down slowly, as I am slowly doing it. A flag. It's all filled with red flags, like it's fucking annoying. It's a game that doesn't escape me. It still draws me in, and I still have to get those rewards in. I need to complete the goddamn quests. The moment the reward system is different, I actually will be relieved so well. Oh my god. It's another amazing change. My videos also have like a little bit of a proof that I'm not a fucking gossip girl, basically. Okay? I don't just put out gossips here to myself. Okay? It's twisted, okay? This is a very twisted thing that I just found. But my dad talking to himself and being like super upset about himself. He doesn't have an outlet to not be upset. He can go smoke and like drink, whatever, to numb his feelings. But, you know, I have the edge on that. On controlling gossip. Being upset about something. You know, that's the main gateway to understand that I actually control my anger better than anyone else. And it's a big reason why I do this. This is a reason why I'm capable of doing it. And it all comes down together quite well. Don't question nature, except I will question my nature and my existence just because I'm not a lazy person and I'm not afraid. I'm just slow now. Now I'm slow. Now I feel like there's just too many things to play around. It's annoying. I wonder what I wanted to say with this, the fist of COVID. That's annoying. Yeah, I just made myself wake, as always. Just impossible. Again, excuse me for being super slow. You can see the grade is like super lame. It's supposed to be a special event. These people are supposed to drag me out into the light. Actually, I can do this, so... Get link team dudes. We're gonna... fuck my life. What the fuck is going on? This is not okay. Get link team CEO. It's not happening anymore. Well, fuck me. Okay, load. Did I forgot to load? I think I forgot to load. Okay. Get link. Dudes. Alright. Again, his best bet is to take memes that truly matter and turn it into something useful for me to crunch on. Some dramatic memes, not just memes about something submitted on PewDiePie subreddit for him, like fan art. Like, is that really interesting? But it feeds his, fan base, mostly. That's important. I guess I can still check out Dr. Phil. What else? I added Scam School. Okay, that's interesting. And Drew Gooden actually is in his team. That's good. So there's something I can do here. Oh. Drew Gooden. I know Drew also exists, so Drew G is gonna get his... Oh man. It almost like it's too convenient because... No, I can't just give him points like that. Actually, I'll have to earn from the bottom ground here. So we're gonna look at that. Hearthstone's player base or team base. It's not even worth looking into. It's a little bit too obvious. I still don't know what I want. Like maybe top 10 channels or something. So let's try and stretch as best as we can. It's almost like fact-based shit, but like, what about top 10 channels that are meme-ish? What if this Watch Mojo thing that PewDiePie just trashed over, what if it's actually pretty cool? I haven't checked it properly. I don't think it's cool. I don't think I'll find crazy amazing things. Also, There's Andre in there. Or there should be Andre. He has quite a lot now of points. I also can do Jojo, but Jojo, that's a meme now. She's a meme here, but completely stuck entirely. Okay, she doesn't have a better space. I could like throw Will Smith and the Ligma boy. Actually, yeah, Ligma is going in. So Link team feuds with Ligma. What have I done? Get Link. God damn it. I did not intend that at all. Oh shit. I just wanted 10 actually. And I'm like, oh, X, of course. Here you go. So Team Pewds had initially 380. He gets 60 points or something from Mr. Ligma boy. But honestly, like Ninja, it's not even worth points. There's like a bunch of commentary channels that you can draw into. The sort of style like I could potentially just add Lucid in here and fuck it. I think Lucid is in the shadow. Is he really here? I'll add him to the PewDiePie team. Fuck. Fuck. I am such a disaster, dude. Okay, he's fully in here. He can be an X or whatever. So set Link team Pewds. There you go. So that's at 35 now. That's good. I just double check. Invaders should be in here. Yep. I can also double check some channels because I actually threw them out of my recommended page. Because fuck those channels. Fuck Hearthstone in general. But we have to like save it at the same time. Because it has been too useful in a way. Too apparent in my life in its entirety now. It's pretty crazy. And it's still fun to play. And it's still the only game I dare to install, but like, Jesus Christ. Is it problematic? There's one thing I need to adopt. Stone is just a nice game to chill in. If I can manage it even better. Like, I use a calculator game to calculate influence. And Hearthstone has moments where I'm waiting for my opponent to do something. So I'm technically just chilling. Okay? Just enjoying the rest of the art. So you want to try and concentrate on what you have to do on your turn, and then relax and chill on your opponent's turn. It's quite a balance you have to keep. And this is actually very beneficial for them. Because I give half of the points to myself because I'm playing the game, and half of the points to the developer, Ben Brode, who is still the only face of Hearthstone. So, alright. Yeah, it's almost like I'm reading a very, very complicated script. Yeah, I'm not giving myself an easy time whatsoever. Don't even think about it. I actually gonna give PewDiePie link Tim Feuds with TikTok. At some point he was a Nope. I can't. I just can't. He reacted to TikToks a little bit. It's so annoying, like... I could give him the Sniper Wolf. 10% Sniper Wolf. It would make sense, because Sniper Wolf actually is doing... I mean, she has so many points, and she has to share. Sniper Wolf is almost like the girl PewDiePie. It's complicated, okay? I'm gonna link her up. Sniper. 10%. No big deal, but it actually is a big deal. It's yet a little bit closer to the victory. To an out. To where this event kinda is broken down finally. They escaped. Who will make a better escape? It's still a 3K range, okay, so nothing peculiar yet. Yeah, this is almost like distracting. I'll try to tap in quickly into my brain, see what else I think. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna calculate self-esteem really quickly. So get LinkedIn Feuds again, copy that stuff, and quickly say how much self-esteem we can generate out of this. So Jojo was around like 10 points. 15, let's put it that way. In one day. That's what I'm looking for, like one day. Feuds can probably like do 40. Markiplier's low self-esteem for me. Right now, ridiculously low. Would be a miracle if I'll check him out. It's a miracle if I check Icarus, even though he has good standing. Scam Skull has a good standing, but I don't have a... Need to check them out. Lumi has exceptionally good standing, but his content is lackluster. Dr. Phil has an amazing standing, but he is losing his show currently, so I don't even know what to do with him. In a way that's like super confusing, I would say. I give him too much points. Marcia, just... I'll give her a JoJo level of approval. Pretty lame. Drew Gooden's gonna get exceptional points for no good reason. I actually watched already a lot of his content, and him not having enough points makes me kind of creeped out. Like, what? Are we talking about the same person? But indeed. And it's Drew G, actually, anyways. Really now? And I never really gave him points somehow? How the fuck does he slip? Who let him slip, dude? I don't know, man. It's fucking weird, actually. Did I? No fucking way. If God... No. This is even worse. No, it is good. I might have missed something here. No, I did add all of this stuff. I did add God mode, because if I didn't add this, yeah, I did add this. Okay, fine. It felt like completely new territory. I'll check Drew. Drew G. Okay, well, how about Drew? Drew actually shows up a few times. 4, 5, 8. So that would be interesting as well. How is that a 10? But yeah, Drew G should get another 10 points. So that's even better now. And he will also earn 50 points potentially. Monica, constantly earning points after all. But you can't just like, that's like, what, okay. I'll give her same deal, but it's actually 30 points, if you're thinking straight. So, I'm just mapping out PewDiePie's team right now. Ligma. Now, I can maybe get some points, but this goes out of the window. Oh shit. My brain's on a fucking trip right now. I really hurt myself this much, right? I think Lucid can actually trigger me into fucking trip mode as well. And Andre's pretty good standing too. If we add all these things together, let's see here. I see 100, I see 55, 155, 210, 20, 35, so 285, adding all of these together, which is not enough actually, but this is what I can squeeze in one day. Alright. That is not good. That means I need to think an inch, lean an inch forward, but we're gonna do this and see if I change my mind about something, if I see something cool happening. So it's a special event. I don't want to spend too much time ranting, right? Like, I don't want to spend too much time relaxing from a rant. I actually want to jump in. I have a specific... I've reached 1.37 level of self-esteem. This is what I calculate, and the higher self-esteem is, the faster you can grow, basically. It is really beneficial for you to wait and create an event for yourself and be this like stupid little underdog asshole that needs to be figured out a little better, because then I make improvements to equalize you to the rest of the teams that are around. Anyways, now we're gonna break down Team Hearthstone team, see what kind of ideas they propose. I'll give Crip 10 points. Ban Broad probably has 50 points just because I'll play Hearthstone at some point, but not today. It's actually quite difficult to play today. But in general, that's what I would expect. I expect an event to run through 2 days course. So I'll prepare it today and just repeat it tomorrow. It's like, well, I prepared myself, so I can just repeat whatever happens as a trailer. Also, like movies, I don't actually include movies too much. I put movie stars and like singers in the same crowd. But if there's anything like Drew Gooden actually looks at movies, he could actually slowly push forward. Like PewDiePie reviews Thanos memes. That's important. But nobody from the movie industry actually can show up to substitute as a Thanos meme flag holder, whatever. In fact, MatPat almost stole Thanos meme in its entirety, because when I was trying to rant about MatPat, I used his video of the gauntlet as an explanation of what's gonna fix YouTube, basically. His epic gauntlet creation. Well, that's kind of cute. It's not necessarily an accurate meme, or an accurate use of a meme. So, or in a way, like, he's not just gonna snap a better YouTube in existence. He has to prepare, slowly build up his tools, so it doesn't really fit. It's just funny. He used it. He has just as much influence on the meme, because the meme itself is just useless. Alright, we have everyone prepared. Let's see the numbers. So Wow Hops, pretty good. I like it. Ronnie, very good. Trump, decent. Barbet, still decent. Swim could probably still be decent. Reynad, very, very good. Okay, I'll probably just force check myself, Reynad, one more time, because I don't think I have forced him into the new format. Warshak, very good as well. Regis, very good. Math, not particularly interested, even though they're super good. You can only be a subscriber. It's literally news, Hearthstone news site. So unless I get a new video feed immediately, they're actually irrelevant for the most part. And sometimes they're completely useless. Zeddy is also on the news level of content creator, and most people are in that same category. You can't just sit back and watch them play. You're actually kind of dealing with them, handling information that's hot information. And Invader, no thanks. But I'll give her a 10 just so it doesn't look bad. Adding all these points together, I see 120, 130. Okay. 250 total. That's not particularly good either, especially for Hearthstone, where they're struggling in entirety to get any points whatsoever. Mostly, again, the best supplement is always girls, okay? You want to supplement yourself with points, just grab a bunch of girls from a candy jar, whatever. Because porn managed to actually get out of hand. They just need 150, so at any point they just can do a 3-day trip on me to Disneyland. I'll be fine. Okay, they get 150 points and they leave me alone, basically, and without any energy left, and wondering if NoFap is actually a good idea to do. No, it's never a good idea, but that's the question, right? That's another question. What if these people are just losers? They don't know how to fucking treat girls and steal them for profit. Ultimate profit. Now, another thing that happened again with Minecraft, the reason why Minecraft was able to pull out of this Badlands and all, it still got banned in the end, but the reason why Minecraft was capable of doing it is because of Grailmore, an introduction of a new game. So we can look at or a new game. That's also interesting. So I'm gonna start looking into this. I can't just sit around and just talk about it. So if that's cool, I'll just prepare myself. So what are the main targets? So PewDiePie, Drew Gooden, who should be now in the team, Lucid. Now I'm kind of like, as you can see, I'm almost like drawing new people into the team this way. These are completely new people. They're not top tier. They were never fully integrated. There's also E, which I fucking didn't add somehow. He just got outed out. What happened, Mr. E? See, he's so small and big at the same time, and like, fuck me. Fuck E. What would Elon Musk get? I'll give him a decent seal of approval, actually. I actually maybe even give him 50. Because he's a dramatic person. I'm just saying. But I can align him with his views. He's the Earth style person, like Earth personality. You know he's smart, okay? At least you know he's smart, but he's more like a MatPat, not like myself. Maybe we actually match personalities, which would be fucking crazy to me, honestly. Also, Keanu. By the way, Link Team feuds with Keanu. Wow. Absolutely. He said something nice to Keanu, let's fucking do it. So actually, PewDiePie is making an escape. Guaranteed, basically. I think it's a guaranteed escape. So now I'm like... Wow, okay, that's interesting. Now I'm concerned, guys. What the fuck do I do? What do I do? Because I added... I could just switch Ligma onto this team. I hate picking up Ninja in the first place. But I would do it. So, Team Smash currently holds 667. Let's get Link Team Smash. I'll take away Ligma. If he's here. He's actually not here anymore. I didn't even add Will Smith in here? Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Let's keep it that way. It's crazy. How the fuck they have a lot of points, guys. Look at iAnt right now. 1,000 points. They started with 0, like every other leader. 1,000 points right now. Actually, they started like with 300. They start. Let's say. Yeah. Let's say they started with 300. Jack's phone's also cranking up for some reason. I don't know. Don't ask me, dude. So actually, Ligma does not exist as much as I thought it would. Let's link Team Heart, Ligma. I don't like 100% here. Because I no longer hold self-esteem on Ninja. I'm okay with what he represents and he fits Yeah, he doesn't fit fully formally. So I'll just give him a 50%. So is that good enough? 63 is not gonna be good enough still. So I guess we're looking for more sources actually of... Yeah, this is gonna be a really tough one. But let's play it out, let's see what happens. Maybe I even look into some apps. Actually, I'll give them like 10%. Okay, link team, heart, apps, 10%. And if, yeah, apps $5. Okay, that's cool. Apps 4. So in total, that's $25 instead. What else do we have? So in case I find games that really just jump into my tablet, that I get to play on my tablet, as like puzzle games, because that's why apps, I actually want to increase that a little bit even more. So potentially that's very good. Very, very good. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this looks like an out. Like, both of them are making a guaranteed escape. But now I just have to sit through it. Alright, see you guys then. Delphine's new video kind of makes me do this. Just give her 5%. Entry to her Steam. That will make things a lot easier. I think Delphi actually has tons. Almost 1,000. Ugh. What a career. Right, this is interesting. I just watched my actual trailer to Creeper's Forge. Let's do that. So I decided it was gonna be 7th of the new year, I believe. That's kind of crazy. And then 8 years later, we're here basically. And then in 6 months, I was working so fucking hard. You can imagine, like, at 2011. By the way, not only this trailer is like super crazy, nostalgic for me, and again it's a reminder how hard I worked on the Creeper's Forge, and I left it hanging because, well, I moved on and I can't actually come back that easily. I'm torn apart, but there's something far greater now that can be achieved. Something that... Hey, I actually don't want its star. I want its sunlight. But whatever. Something that deserves attention, basically. Because while I was closed, I was in a closed environment doing my own little cute thing as best as I can, as like creating the best Christmas decorations for this one event. Special Christmas fucking trailer. That's what it stands for, not Creeper's Forge. Someone goes away and works so hard, and the other person just can't work as hard. So we're split, but we can still connect each other as players. Okay. Me as a developer and you as a player. We can still connect. Because I have to play my own goddamn fucking game sometimes. Well, I don't know what this means. I don't know what's gonna happen next year, as I will change my channel significantly again. Wow. And I will care about music more. But not only that. There must be a big event that we have to formulate. What exactly is that? By the way, I also added dad values. You can see these are what is it? The square principle. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, and I add percentages. So basically I stack values with percentages, and I get 21, which is daily annoyance from someone. That's how I will calculate it from now on. Congratulations, Dad. I see you. And this is just 13% so far. But as long as this is growing, we're gonna reach the next thing, and this is gonna turn into something that I find, that I actually see in the first place, to be really, really bad. Because people grow their stupid influence. Even when they're dying, they're growing the stupid influence they have. It's kind of annoying. Even when I look back to what I've done, I used to be a different person. Let's say 6 years ago. And there's a whole story to untangle to understand what kind of journey I went through and what T-Series is going to be about, because I need a perspective to understand this. Maybe it's a perfect time to go through that journey and leave the logs hanging. I'll double check the logs. Playing live, extra care work. Okay. It is. My logs get weirder and weirder, honestly. They're not pointers anymore. They're almost never want to be unlocked. As if I was going specifically to unlock a specific emotion within myself. Okay. The other way to look at the logs is like, if I unlock a log, then it's very, very important, because it's obscure. And it's hard to read, basically. It's hard to... Reading almost is its own thing, basically. Just... If a log, like, would be drawn into an image, it would say a lot more than just a few words. But that's how effort looks like, dude. It's crazy. Effort is crazy, and it doesn't necessarily stack that easily. So when I'm making more videos, it actually is not replacing the most popular videos that pretty much define my channel still. It still defines my channel. I don't like that, actually. Which is why potentially T-Series is going to change my channel in a big way. Okay, I will start tapping into different markets, not just game development, which forever was a thing, basically. And through game development, I have been able to achieve something interesting, actually. I am now successfully vlogging myself. Not Shut the fuck up. T-Series. Shut the fuck up. Yes. Not successfully. Not successfully. Maybe not successfully. Maybe I have to actually admit. Ah, fuck. Yeah, so we have one last hour. Second hour, yep. Let's enter this field, where we're gonna discuss what T-Series is truly gonna be about, what the turn of my channel is gonna be about. But before I move on, I have to bring these things down. They're useless. You can see like how weird it is. Where is it? We're at E. I often pick something up to find a completely different place I have to be. Yeah. And the deeper you go, it gets insane. Right now, probably haven't slept for like, or properly slept for like 16 hours. Like some extreme number that now is creeping up. Really creeping up. The longer you stay awake, the more information you're handling. And more unstable your life becomes. Everything gets flushed. All the emotions, all the thoughts, and the reality also gets flushed and replaced with alternate reality. So sleeping is quite essential for you to flush information away and make sure that it's almost like peacefulness insurance, especially if we have walls and doors, something that's very difficult to break quickly. Okay, so that's kind of what saves us right now. Otherwise, we can't really sleep for like 10 hours or something. It's probably also an adjustable variable. Like, you have no idea, basically. No idea what reality is. And this is my cop-out to where the channel was going this whole time. Okay, I'm like, just doing this one project that looks cute and I can even polish it. Which I still don't want to do. I want to leave everything behind me in the past, except for one thing, which is like the inspiration quality, the ability to do certain things. But other than that, I want to leave it behind me. You know what it is. You'll try and survive this landscape with the tools that I gave you, if you're a fan of my old work or something. Good luck. But in order to understand what T-Series is going to be about, we gotta remove ourselves from the past quite a bit. I put PewDiePie and Hearthstone at plus 50 at least. See, that's a significant amount for a day. It could be even more significant. When I said I had... What was that? Wow. Can't even find it anymore. Well, that's annoying. should have at least more emojis to represent things. Basically, I said I have 0.37. Right now it's actually 58, which is my self-esteem, and I still haven't slept since I made rant videos here and here. Since I started, I haven't really slept. I had a nap of 2 hours, and that never counts. And if we calculate from here, it's 9 plus 6, which is 15 hours. To me that's significant, because rant video does not start when I just woke up or whatever. But again, I did have a nap. I don't know how that calculates. I want to calculate everything. Okay. So, you don't know what reality is, and you certainly don't know what it could be. Okay? And how can I apply my skills in actual reality? Because that's the real challenge for a game developer. Don't keep making games. You know you're not making a good impact anyways. You know you're just making a game for yourself in the end. But what if you did make a game for yourself that started bleeding into reality? What if you started to become a completely different person? And that kind of happens, essentially, but not everyone figures it out that easily. You have to be entertained with what you're doing. You have to make sure it's a passion, and you're not going to leave it behind. That's the first, and if you're not leaving something behind you, accumulating power, and then that's your new project. So if you... Are you serious is a new project? Kind of, because now immediately you understand, like, what am I competing against? A next level competition of influence. What am I supposed to be doing with this Indian shit? How is that related? How is YouTube related? How my initial steps of YouTube Battle Royale is gonna play out as well. Because technically, that was the beginning of everything. The beginning of me as a creator. Well, no, it wasn't. The beginning is coming home and doing even crazier things than you thought I would be doing. Or I thought. Because technically I am still talking to myself. It all started when I'm 25 years old. Was now, actually. It's kind of annoying. I am 25 years old. So it did start with YouTube Battle Royale, actually. Fuck. Okay. Okay, never mind. It means that there is 7 years of true Creeper's Forge history that we can talk about. Because after the trailer becomes popular, like, it needs 3 months to truly get the maximum amount of views or whatever. And 10,000 views is, for me, that was a big deal. Because that's the maximum amount of views that I ever got. I didn't cheat. I didn't do crazy things, except for one thing, which I have never done, which is acting. Okay. Acting, dramatic music, and introduction of something truly great, basically, and made sure that the video was short and easily consumed by whoever cares, you know. Only 26 people liked the video, which makes it a little bit edgy in a way. 10,000 views and only 26 likes, that's lame. People maybe didn't know how to like videos back then. It was 7 years ago. But actually it would be quite interesting to look at the statistics, because I myself have increased the liking ratio, how often I like videos. But back then it's still a big chore, I think. I don't even care really. It's not that important. This is gonna be interesting part. I mean, every single time I feed myself some nostalgia, like, fuck. I have to do a lot of work to break it down. What is the next big thing that I'm supposed to take, and exactly how it started, where it's going next year. Next year, where I can actually establish a trailer. As you can tell, yeah, 7 years ago, Creeper's Forge was not only with the trailer, it already had a separate version entirely. 2013 version probably was completely different, but that's when I was started to move out as well. And yeah, 2013 was when I started making even weirder videos, because I was leaving AdventureCraft. But as I was leaving, I was making some crazy changes. I was messing with 3D models, and they weren't necessarily cool, but they might have been cooler than I thought was possible, based on one factor. I made sure that those 3D models are villagers, and they could have been villagers still in a completely different location, but the 3D models completely can be detached. I just needed to attach those models to make sure well, they're attached to something. It's kind of awkward, honestly. And because I attached the model, I can move it around as well. But that was not needed, to be honest. I don't even know, man. I could have done something cooler. But it was so cool. I did so much work. But I had to abandon the entire project and dive into Unity. And guess what? It was a huge disappointment. Why was it a huge disappointment? Because it was actually laggier than AdventureCraft was. AdventureCraft already, as well as Minecraft, figured out how to make blocks efficient. But Unity couldn't figure it out. Except until I realized there's an Earth project that you can download from the asset store. It has a very good performance. And if I could grab it, I would. If I had enough money, I would. It's almost like I am the disappointment now. But I just can't afford it, because I don't have any passive income. Nor ability to monetize my work once I do pick it up. Nor do I have full confidence now that I stepped out of that zone. I picked up Unity and I'm punching it in the face as best as I can. It will give me what I want, and it will give me before next year, I assure you. Okay? I might have 3 months to finish my shit, but I'll do it. But it's a good punching bag. Yeah, I mean, I forced myself to learn. Well, I was forced to learn a lot of other things instead of just tinkering with AdventureCraft, which could have been successful in the end. I kept losing a lot of data while I was working. That also set me back quite a bit. So often enough I would lose my projects. And can't really go back that easily. That's annoying. So with that happening, AdventureCraft was a disappointment. Unity was still a disappointment too, but it was something that I could learn. So learning process became quite important in my life. Learning became almost more important than delivering something. Because nobody really expected me to deliver anything anymore. We kind of parted our ways. I'm sure some people were hoping that I would come back to the project or do something cool that I'm willing to share to everyone. But I wasn't concerned about that. I was concerned that I'm just living an unfair life. More and more concerned about that. I was like, what the fuck? I did something cool. Nobody else can fucking replicate that at all. That's crazy. And I didn't have a group of friends that would actually care about it at all. So that's important. Important distinction. I didn't just throw it at my friends and made friends or captivated friends. It could have been a huge mistake too, because I could have just respreaded my fire. But again, what would have I done? And almost like that's a huge mistake. That's the first thing that I should have done. Just take care of my friendships more, because they're more influential. But there's nothing I can do. So I made a huge mistake of not taking care of close friendships. But despite being influential, I think they were making the same mistake as well. Because essentially, very rare occasions when I would actually get anything out of anyone. I constantly feel like I was like the most unfortunate person. But at the same time, only because I like grew consciousness viciously above everyone else. I almost like disregard them as friends. After all, it's very unlikely that they can keep up with the level of work that I was doing. At least work. And we're not talking about money making. Because money making, not necessarily work. It's actually terrible deal sometimes. Because it's given from someone else most of the time. Someone else gives you a list of things you have to do in order to be money making viable and hired. And there's also a list of things they demand from you as a security measure. As like, well, you have to have degrees or whatever. That's going obsolete, obviously, but it's still annoying. Okay, it still stops job market from being fully open to everyone, and nobody's gonna be scared from you know, making money for themselves to secure their lives. You know, like, life security, money making has crippled me so much that I am evil. And it's scary to say I am evil when I'm decent, actually. You know, I'm trying to contain this thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm gonna do to the fucking world. Unless everything reverses with a fucking snap. Thanos series? Much? Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what this is gonna be? A new project. Which doesn't necessarily leave Spawned behind. It could just be a next level of Spawned in the first place, or the name might not even stick around here. It might go back as Spawned. But what Spawned actually represents as a name, right? It's just something appeared. Wow. Some kind of creature appeared in the game environment. Or not even a creature, it could have been anything. Anything could have appeared. Any kind of object. Which is a funny word to me because adding objects is the challenge right now. The eternal challenge of 2 years old. Add some goddamn objects, Gurnex. Well, I can't. I'm freaking out right now. But I will do it. I can't wait another year anymore. Once I have it, I have it. And I'll start moving a lot of things in there, in that space. A lot of ideas that I had previously. Almost like I will shut down my idea generator and I'll just try and revive everything. There's a lot of things I've already created that needs just straight up resurrection. A simple ball game, space shooter, some the other 6 or 5 titles that I had, like Pac-Man Defense, Enemy Road Line. That's gonna be a ball game now. Enemy Road Line, not a thing. But I like even ping pong thing. What? No. I grab these games from the past to make sure understand how it's gonna look like in the future. And now that I know the future, the ball game survives. And then I have a card game, a puzzle game. But whatever I had for minigame ideas, let's not make a minigame, okay? And let's do something even crazier, which is like, you know, allow myself to just make one game. Make sure it's super fucking polished. Or 2 games. But the idea is that I'm the only developer on those titles. That's what I have to make sure about. It's crazy being incredibly ultra independent games. Okay, ultimately independent. So the first thing I'm gonna do with these series, as a name, I start making music, which makes no sense, right? Until you hear the music. And then I'm making the songs, the singles, the things that I'm trying to shoot down from the skies. It's actually quite a huge war, basically. Now that I am fully grown, it's time for war. Tier 2, baby. I don't have to physically fight, but that's not true. The physical fighters don't actually feel much at all. They feel extreme emotions, so they don't understand what those are, and they can just ignore it. So if you're like a drinker and a smoker, you know why you're doing this. Or you might not even know why you're doing this, and you feel all kinds of extreme emotions. If my mom is insane, and she hears voices, she knows why she's doing it. And even if she doesn't, she will feel extreme emotions. But for me, I don't live in that fucking mad world. I could live in a mad world. I could create extreme emotions for myself. But there is no purpose. Okay? There's nobody bringing me down to tier 1. No huge respect. Or huge respect for... in order to do mistakes in life. Because that's what's supposed to happen if you want to set yourself back to extreme emotions and actual war. If you really want to touch the war. It's never really over. It's just never really over, man. Just sometimes it's a peaceful war, so you don't see it. And you don't call it that way. And you hope it's not there, you know? Oh yeah. Oh, I wish this wasn't war. Oh, how I fucking wish. You know, everyone will see this number and they will understand it is what it is. And there's no fucking turning around, guys. You just don't know it because you haven't lived where the war is at. Okay, you might have been protected by the government, who will rip you off later on. You know, some people are capable of jumping off the ground while the ground is lava for a second. But they will still... They either have to jump very precisely or jump too high until their legs are crippled. So, people will feel it. People will feel the slam to the ground, basically. If they were trying to dodge everything. Or they will slam too early and still dip into lava. A jump. A jump means nothing, almost. But whatever, let's not speculate on that side. Everything is just so interesting, as you can tell. But it is coming to a conclusion, so it's pretty useful to look back. What is the idea of the Creeper's Forge? Honestly, the craziest thing is, like, for me, factory is like a forge. I went through the factory experience. I got myself some Fs, okay? Some breakthrough money. But I lost it all in the end. In the end, it all turned out to be just a big scam. Okay, money just turned out to be a big scam. Money's not something you can have in life. Okay, you just can't have in life. People will kill you. That's it. Kill you and steal your money. That's how they're designed to behave. I mean, that's not war yet for you. I don't understand you. Okay. In a factory, your entire self-esteem is destroyed, removed. Okay, you have to do this, and you have to do this for a long time now. It's almost like a fucking torture simulator. truck driving. Now that Mr. Beast has traveled for no reason the longest Uber drive, I'm like, oh, yeah, truck driving must suck, actually. Fuck you. Not Mr. Beast, though. Anyone who employs truck drivers, still, and not just waiting for... You know, you should thank coronavirus for stopping some people and making them think. For me, coronavirus will always be co-op video making, okay? That's what it is. Co-videos. I don't know. Coordinated effort to make videos. Share information and slow the fuck down, so you don't need that much life. That big of an economy to survive. So what are you doing? You're not thriving when you're going beyond survival. Because there's a big question you have to answer. It's like, what was the purpose again of my life? That's why you keep getting F. You graduated, you keep getting Fs, though. Keep working for money. You graduate, you get something valuable, but you keep failing the rest of the challenge to have a purpose in life. And purpose means, you know, you look around, you start expanding yourself as a human being, not just like, oh, I want to grab this and this and this. So you're expanding everyone else's life, okay? By spending money, you're buying into other people's worlds. They are other people's worlds. Don't let them invade your world and take your money just that easily. I don't understand that purpose. I don't understand this wasteland. I'm sure there's, you know, now that the world is open through the internet, everyone who demands money has a chance to get money. So if you click button to send me money, someone is gonna click it. There's no avoidance of that. You make a game, you inspire a bunch of people, someone is gonna buy into that. Because that's how they treat money. They play into a scam, as everyone else. It's often a big fucking scam, and it's crazy. To me, it's just so crazy because it definitely crippled me quite a bit. And I need help, but nobody recognizes that I need help, and just it keeps going that way. But nobody recognizes that they need help too, from me. By helping me, they will help themselves. And this is where it gets even worse. My evil just keeps growing. After all I just said, it cripples me, so yeah. Yep. Beyond survival, your purpose, if you're still an evil creature and you're still failing and you're sucking up that evil, okay. Because that's how you feed yourself evil. You keep failing life. I have money. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Fail life and feel good about it? I don't know, man. Grades don't matter anymore. Yeah, okay, whatever. So with that in mind, like, there's so much to explore. I just dumped my entire purpose into this and nobody follows me anymore, which means an entire new period has to be started where I am capable of appearing out of nowhere with a huge backpack of books and information. Information that you have never thought was possible. It's not filled with names. It is not filled with facts or art. It seems quite bland. It seems like I've never really used Twitter, but here it is. It's just chirping words all together. Trying to tell you something. Like a book of Twitter. Book of tweets. Working together to tell you something. But it's even worse than that because it's an audiobook. Assholes. Why would I let you read this? This is too hard to read. But that's the cool bouncing concept. Where this is seemingly simple, but I write it without context. I say the context out loud, and I write it down. So understanding the context of what I wrote down, like, that's gonna be important. But some people might like the challenge version and will leave themselves like this, hanging without the context. Who cares? It's up to you, man. So this talent series, right? The talent. This is where the trick happens. I introduce a talent that I never shown before in public, in extreme version. Okay, my school, I shown my talent like 2 times in my school, okay? So first, for a repetition, the fact that I have the voice required to perform, and I just did it once. I remember just doing it once, and that's it. And everyone was pleased, and I'm okay with that. I was pleased. And then I performed to the rest of the school, excluding Monica, because apparently maybe she was leaving by the time I was performing, which annoys me right now, okay? She was like the target audience. That's not cool. Anyways, yeah, it was very stressful. Stressful times in general. You can barely handle a few people, but you pack those people together and it turns into a nightmare. It's really hard to find your space in school, but that's why Spawn the Creeper's Forge happened. I was creative enough, and I had enough free time to just spend it all away. Get the fuck out of here. And I was still at school while I was doing this. So it's a big deal what just happened. It didn't give me 500,000 subscribers, but I'm doing fine. I could have been doing a lot better, but I at least don't take things for granted, and I see things for how they really are. It is tough. Okay, you need to have a great self-presentation. Find great communities, find great people. And none of that's on the internet, by the way. It's best if you're un-American as well. It's best if you have that secret gossip circle that spreads out accidentally. So, first you have a YouTube channel, what are you doing? Then you have 1,000 subscribers, who is this guy? And it just keeps spreading, you know? You can just have an easy time spreading influence on the internet. Let's say YouTube. I don't want to encompass the entire internet yet. So 20 minutes left. I still haven't really told you what the T-Series is about. But I told you I'm evil. YouTube Battle Royale was where it all started. And that's the main deal, basically. The main deal that it's turning into something else. Slightly something else. YouTube Battle Royale should reset, technically. But is it gonna reset? Why should it reset, actually? That's a weird one. Because, I already decided. YouTube Battle Royale turns into a map. And it will not easily reset, actually. However, something cool otherwise can happen. Like the concept of robot wars, crafting teams of people who actually lose influence, don't gain influence, they lose influence. How about that for a change? That's a weird concept all of a sudden. You craft these giant monstrosity robots and they battle each other out until all of them eliminated, and only one is left. Wait, that sounds like Battle Royale. Well, that's the next level of Battle Royale, guys. Let's go. Next level of Battle Royale is to introduce special 4-people teams. I think that would be the best. 4 people, so every team currently existing should be able to at least make these 4-people teams, but groups. And we're gonna usually, here's the cool part, usually robots are called like mechs. Let's call them tech series. By the way, that's literally what India stands for, tech. Shut the fuck up, Indians. You're not my tech engineers, but they might just be. Is the weirdest thing that you've never knew before, but what if they are the engineers? I don't even know how to say engineers, actually. Suck a dick. Fucking Indians. Yeah, you don't know what you're messing with. PewDiePie doesn't understand what he has lost. He can understand if he loses to babies, to CoComelon, but I think T-Series is just way out of league. Okay. Just the name alone inspired me so fucking much. But obviously has to have a story behind it. So I would pick up the name and be like, oh, that might be important. Oh wait, now it's a fungus that's growing on me and I can't do nothing. It's like fucking cancer. The tech series. Show me your tech, boys. Group up into the tech groups and try and defeat each other. Who has the best tech? Now, in this case, we're building up tech and then slamming that tech into each other. And it gets destroyed. So we're building up artificial influence because whatever's artificial is going to be used to be destroyed in a Hunger Games. Artificial intelligence, more like Hunger Games, okay? That's what happens. It's fucking weird. Or Battle Royale, or Fortnite, whatever. It's just the same thing. By the way, Fortnite starts with F, so you have been failing life this whole time. I never played Fortnite. Thank you very much. Ninja sucks too. Okay, Ninja sucks. I know he's popular. I stabbed him in the back, he's not a ninja. Okay, with Ligma. That is a very serious disease. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, 15 minutes. So I introduced very quickly what it's all about. I might need a little bit more time to, spend in the shadows. I don't know, I just want to fucking get rid of this thing. I have it right here. It has 27 battery life percentages. Fucking weirdos. So yeah, we're gonna be building tech groups. They don't necessarily have to be mechs. They can be very technical groups. Tactical, for example. Or talented. Maybe T was standing for something this whole time, and we needed to adopt some kind of special little word that never really existed, never got finished. Tech series. Or was not, there were too many doubts whether tech is an actual good word to use in this case. Because it has to be fucking perfect, okay? Tech, okay? Man. T is pissing me off right now. Just one letter, dude. It looks like a hammer, it looks like a 7. It means so fucking much now. The explosion of meaning itself. I can't wait to find my tech group. Because I know I'm not going to use my teammates for it, actually. Yeah, I'll be in my own tech group trying to survive my own team fighting against me. I don't even know what would happen if, like, I make things fight each other. Because it makes no sense. We don't have relationships on YouTube. Yeah, we sometimes throw a rock in our whatever the drama is. Oh, there's drama. You fetch my rock, and then you just forget about it. Because it's fucking boring. You're not a part of the drama. We're separated by walls and doors, okay? Remember that. And distance sometimes. Distance also matters. So, that's kind of the problem. I still doubt there is a way to let tech groups fight each other. However, there's one thing that you have to learn about the tournament structure, right? Another T fucking word, okay, thanks. Tournament structure. And honestly, tournament structure is actually better than just plain all Hunger Games. Because Hunger Games is not exactly fair, right? You can pretty much have secretly teams of people. Tournament structure is fair. So what, we're gonna now use tour series? Fuck my life. That's what it's becoming, man. T-Hours series, man. Here you go. Almost tournament series, but it's... I think this is final, too. I think this is it. I'm locking this in. Structure is fair. Better than Hunger Games, okay? However, you want to have as many fights as you can get, basically. So tech groups meet each other and they fight it off, and depending on which one wins and which one loses and by how much, well, that's your data. You have to get as much data, squeeze as much data from one fight as possible. And once enough data is locked in, you know who the winner is. But in this case, something completely different will happen, where every fight, like, it's almost like Hearthstone. Hearthstone actually introduces another very interesting aspect. 30 health hit point meter. Oh my god, everything is like just combining into this fucking monstrosity of an event. I can't. So this is Hearthstone being introduced, and I fuck. This is the ending, man. Fuck. This point right here is gonna be the ending. Are we there yet? No, 9 minutes. Okay, then I'll take it slow, as I often supposed to be doing. Playing live, full check. Busted observation. I don't remember what that means, dude. Self-service. I know, like, I'm supposed to know what this means, but I no longer remember. My mind is completely fried. I know what sugar-coated net means. Okay, it's just a reminder that money is a scam, and that whatever internet introduced has these little things sprinkled all over the place for you to chase and collect. Well, good luck. It's still sugar-coated, so you can still collect sugar, actually. But don't try and dig into the deeper net, basically. You're not gonna find anything in the deeper net. There's nothing there. Nothing. It's like trying to understand, why did T-Series become the most subscribed channel? I wonder, you know? It could be a very interesting discussion to have, but it's almost like automatically, to me, personally, it's like YouTube doesn't work. YouTube is broken garbage at this point. You just click subscribe and that's what subscribes you to a channel? No. Shut the fuck up. That's not how it works. And I know. So don't dig in deeper into, like, who T-Series is. I'm not doing that sort of business. It's me. Hi. So you start with 30 health. Starting health. And whatever you lose permanently. Okay, you can't really heal yourself above 30. You put 30 down, whatever you get in return, that's what happens. So doing any amount of damage is critical to you not being a complete loser. But yeah, that's what Hearthstone actually introduces without even knowing. You come down on the board and, like, okay, whenever you hit 0, it's just, it's gone. The battle is actually over. But it's just a small, tiny battle of many to go. and you're constantly supposed to put down that 30 health. But what if you don't have 30 health anymore to put down? What if you're hanging on the last fucking hit points? And how are you gonna manage it too? Are you gonna be a healing class where you're gonna end up healing yourself back up? Well, your opponent will try and self-destruct before that happens, because they will see your fucking strategy. And this is almost like incredible, meaning that these tech groups will be able to perform exactly like Hearthstone game somehow. Okay, that is another compelling point. How would tech groups fight each other? I spent so much time traveling from UK to my home. I had a little bit of time to visualize Hearthstone because I was like so bored, but I couldn't play anything. I couldn't do anything. My phone was dying out of battery. I don't have any battery backup stuff. I probably had another battery in there, but one of them was dead. Had a dead battery and then a battery that was dying soon enough. Just lame. It's all lame, guys. But I'm not exactly sure if that visualization even helps at all. It's not like I will be summoning monsters on the field and they will smash into each other and they will do actual hit points. There's another visualization that I used where I played the game of Deadlock, man. 1 versus 1. People fighting each other. Now the fighting game is a lot cooler, okay? A lot cooler idea, I would say. And then you can start introducing cards and moves and all kinds of crazy things, because knowing how influential someone is and how influential and what they're capable of, it's almost like certain type of energies available for them that they can use to play cards, which is crazy to me. It's another form of reality I can't comprehend fully, but I'll just throw a fucking rainbow in here of how crazy this is. Okay. People have certain energies, and they do, in fact, play cards. And those cards cost energies. And identifying that, it's gonna be pretty fun. Okay? I identified YouTube map, but I didn't stop there, okay? I'm smelling some kind of form of entertainment that has never been invented before. That's what it means to be a creator. It's also a very innovative form of existence, in a way. And as you being more and more innovative, I will not stop until I get that goal reached. I invent something that'll just blow everyone's minds. Like at some point, I kind of want to have this goal where I am influential to other people to the maximum, where they understand that, whoa, this is better than what normally gets presented to people. And it's probably going to be very cheap. Okay? As long as you participate properly. Well, by cheap I mean like it's not going to cost money, it's probably just going to cost effort, actually. Effort is what really matters here. Because if you're not putting effort, you're not going to be playing the game anyways. You're just going to toss it aside. It's like, oh, just another generic game that I just bought. Fuck that shit. That's the way to hook a player. Don't let people buy your game. Let people invest time to play it. Okay? And if you're making like an ad hub where you're actually paying people to play your game, that makes your game very attractive, by the way. And it could still be a scam if you want, but for fuck's sake, at least make a good game. So you can remove the scam part and just reintroduce your game as like, well, you get some, just like playing RuneScape, you get some gold out, some money out. Alright, so that's it. We ended up with some fucking crazy shit. Dumped out. We define what T-Series is. For me, obviously. And I'll do it. And these locks are no longer valid, by the way. Because I understand now, I will not put WEG locks ever. This is bullshit. It's not gonna help me at all. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Pewds and Hearthstone. It's gonna come out of their 3K lock. We're still playing Equality series, so we need to figure out if it all goes well for every team. If every team is equalized, and then they can produce me the tag groups. Alright, at least 2 tag groups. And then we continue on in a different format that's way out of control. I'm prepared, okay? This is gonna be annoying.